Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough.
Hey, how you doing?
And that's the first thing they heard was the introductions because we are a little bit behind in time and we're not, we are a little bit we're short-handed. We're behind. I just woke up because I'm an old man and I've been trying to survive doing this gaming stuff and work and playing Descendants 24/7, 7 days a week because the Descendants is an amazing game. I don't care what no one says. I got a little flack. I got a little flack on TikTok because I did a video with Peter Griffin who say why you hating on my energy. And the caption said the Descendants is better than Warframe. And folks didn't like that.
Okay.
Who say why you hating on my energy? They didn't like that whatsoever. But I am loving the Descendants and everything about it. After this podcast, even though I am tired as I'll get out, I'm likely going to jump back into Descendants because the grind to get the characters and the guns and all that stuff is right up my alley. I am a grinder at heart. But yeah, with all that said, listen, we're missing B tonight, we're missing Dash tonight, we're missing Dallas tonight, but that don't matter because I got my sister with me and we have a guest with us that's been doing some amazing work at Level 1 game that I can't wait to talk more about and more to about your game and stuff. But first, what's going on, people? Fame and Sam here from Lv1gaming.com. And congratulations, you guys are leveled up. This is the Level 1 Gaming podcast. Hope you guys are doing all right. You guys do me a big favor. I see y'all in the chat. Drake Williams, what's happening with your flames of founder? What's going on? Spartan661, Geek Like Mike. What is going on? Hope you guys are doing great. Do me a big favor, guys. Hit that like button. Share the stream out because it helps us out a whole bunch and it helps us grow when you guys do that. It's free 99. But if you do want to support the channel, please consider becoming a channel member. We have multiple tiers, which one tier gives you access to some dope, super dope behind the scenes content with some amazing guests. Most recently, the one we did with Lamar Williams is up for our channel members. You guys are great if you guys want to support. And then, of course, we are raising funds for PAX West. Can we do some amazing stuff here at Level 1, right? And it's not cheap. It's very expensive. So if you guys want to help us out in our road to PAX West, please consider donating to us. But first up, introductions. My right hand, man, the floor hugger with the hardest of arms. What's going on, sis?
Oh, he keeps calling me short. He called me short like 3 times before we started this podcast, y'all, today. So I don't know what Fame's on. He's on his sleepy man time. He be out here being toxic, playing First Descendant, saying it's better than Warframe. It is what it is. He's old, but I love him. He's my best friend and my biggest brother. So we here. We here.
Listen. I know I'm getting old. Like I feel like I'm watching Hugger grow up as we've been podcasting over and websiting and
That's
like I know I'm
true.
getting old. So I'm looking. I've always seen Hugger. And I was like, oh, it's like my little sister. She's a babe. I'm like, that's a grown woman now. What the hell is going on?
He turned
I have
31.
gotten old. Jesus, I know I'm old. The I didn't even realize you would even hit your 30s, Hugs, like at all. No freaking idea.
That's
That's how
good
I know
though.
I'm getting old. But listen,
That's good.
there's this young cat that I met at PAX East, right? And I saw his content I mean, he walked in the building, we knew who he was. I don't even think this young man knew how popular he was amongst his gaming circle, right? When he walked in, we immediately went, let's talk about we knew who he was immediately, right? When I tell you one of the most interesting and fun content creators that I've ever ran into on TikTok, and I'm not one of those. Hey, let me go up and say what's up to people. I've never been that guy, right? I usually stick to people in my circle. Usually, folks like that's next to me, I'll fucking go talk. But when I saw him, I had to go talk to him, and I was really taken back with how cool Yo Nug Gaming is, and the fact that he came on to Level 1 Gaming. He does amazing content for us. He's done some amazing reviews for us. But with all that, I'm gassing him up. But our guest for the evening, one of our amazing reviewers and content creators who has an amazing TikTok account, the man in the taco suit. Yo Nug, what's going on, brother?
What's good? Happy to be here. Thank y'all for having me. What's good to all the people in the chat? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Listen,
Heck yeah.
I mean, you got it on, right? We gotta we have to talk about it, right? What
Okay,
is up
okay.
with the taco
Oh
suit?
my god.
So I'm gonna try to make a long story short. Essentially, what happened is I got this taco suit because I was doing some fun things on stream and like some cosplaying, and I was doing Taco Tuesdays, and it was okay. It wasn't really all that. And then eventually I was kind of brainstorming different ways to kind of level up my content, no pun intended. And and I was like, oh, I got an idea. I could take this taco suit that I've been having in my closet and like I'm gonna do let's talk about it. So I made like the catchphrase in front of all of my TikTok videos to kind of keep people engaged. So like I might be like, today we're gonna be chopping it up with the Level 1 Gaming Podcast. Let's talk about it. And people was like, yo, that's mad catchy. And it just started rolling. And then PAX East was really cool because outside of y'all, a couple other people recognized me, and I was like really validating that people were actually liking it. So I've been rocking it for about a year and a half now.
Yeah, that's wild,
That's
bro. And
good.
I hate for the people on iTunes and Spotify right now, you guys have to go over to the YouTube. Shout out to the people at Spotify and iTunes. I don't feel like I don't shout y'all out enough. Y'all been like really supporting over there. You got to come over to the YouTube so you can see the taco. You got to be you got to see. Let me ask you this: we got DreamCon. We got DreamCon around the corner. Are you bringing it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna cosplay this year, so I'm just gonna bring this. And when I saw you at PAX, she was like, "Bro, next time I see you, you gotta have a taco suit on."
Yes,
So I
sir.
told you I would. So at DreamCon, I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have it.
The fact that you remember that conversation makes me feel good
Yeah.
because I'm telling you that it's iconic for a lot of people, especially like myself. Like to see you was dope, but to see you in a taco costume is it hot? Is it hot?
No, not really. It's like a little vest. It's a vest.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I just slip
I
it on
see it
over
now.
my shirt. Yeah.
That's crazy. Can I be Hamburglar?
We gonna work on it. We gonna work on it. It might
Yeah, give me
maybe
something.
room for
Give me something.
just one costume right now. We only room for one costume right now. We gonna
Yeah, I need something
we'll
round.
talk.
If
So
you
I figure a burger.
start showing up in a costume, Fame, I'd have to quit. I couldn't take you seriously.
Well,
I'd be
Hugger,
giggling
behind the
time
scenes,
time.
you know what's coming behind the scenes, and I can't bring it out right now because of a certain content creator doing some things that they shouldn't have been doing. So I can't bring that out right now. But as time goes
But it's
on,
so
you
good.
know, it's so good, and I really can't wait to introduce that because I really want to be able to have fun with this thing. But listen, I want to jump right into it, right? And let's talk about cheeks. I was going to start with this. I was going to start with Concord because I feel like the Concord conversation is very interesting. But I want to start with cheeks. I want to talk about since we talking about buns, right? Let's talk about the Deadpool and Wolverine Xbox. Um, this has to be one of the best things Xbox has ever done, along with being the worst thing they've ever done. Worst being because you can't buy it. If you have not seen it, Xbox revealed a custom Deadpool and Wolverine Xbox Series X, and the controller. How do I say this? It's yamified. It has the yams on
Even
the
Megan
back
the
of the
Stallion
controller.
was like, God damn.
Yeah, damn. Listen, it's yamified, right? And it's such a 'cause Microsoft does this a lot. Well, they will showcase a console that you can't buy, but this one looks dope. And I want to talk to y'all about it. Nook, I want to talk with you. Did you get a chance to look at the Xbox Deadpool and Wolverine console? What are your thoughts about it?
I think it's dope. I think it's fire, and I would say my issue is the same issue that you have, is that Xbox is known for some fire collabs and specialty edition consoles, but then they'll be like, we're not gonna sell it. And it's the strangest thing. The last one they did was what? Was it like action figures? It was some no, it was the one it had like 12 different figures in it. I can't remember which one it was, but it was like 12 different colors. X-Men. Was it X-Men 97?
X-Men 97.
X
X-Men
they did the
97.
same thing with X-Men 97. It was like, yeah, this is a fire collab, but yeah, can't nobody buy it. So I'm like, if Microsoft sees it, what's up with that? What are we doing? Why are we showcasing things that we're not going to sell? I'm not sure what the plan is. You will make your money. And then outside of that, I think it's really creative. But why is like all the Deadpool stuff like hella sexual? Like they got the popcorn bucket with like the mouth wide open. They got the
I'm buying
controller with
both of them.
the
I ain't
ass.
gonna lie.
Like what's up with the Deadpool and the sexy stuff? What's going on? What we got going?
They're leaning into it. And you know what's crazy? Last week, 2 weeks ago, we had on Lamar Wilson, and that X-Men 97 one was a one of one. They only made one, and he was able to unbox it. Right? He kind of took us behind the scenes on everything
What?
he had to do to be able to do it, and then get it back so they can get it to whoever wanted. But it's one of one, and it's ridiculous because, like you said, if they sold it, mind you, Xbox has a hardware selling issue. People aren't going out and buying Xbox consoles. But if they say, you know what, let's make a buttload of these. We don't make the regular ones, no, not the black ones. We make I don't know 2,000.
Yeah.
Those 2,000 would have been sold 16 seconds after that tweet went live.
Yeah, it would have broke the site.
It would
I
have broken the site. The same with the X-Men 97. They had a Final Fantasy one, and it's ridiculous because what we used to have amazing custom consoles when it came to even with I don't even think we have one for PS5 right now. They got the whole plates thing going, but PlayStation hadn't even released a ridiculous like a really good custom console, right? The Xbox when it first came out, we had that Halo Infinite Xbox. It kind of looks like the new one they just revealed that has the little sparkles on it.
Hmm.
They released that, and that's it. They decided to give us these covers for Starfield. I bought the Starfield cover, and then they just pretty much abandoned that because they don't even do that cover anymore. Like it's. Go ahead.
I was gonna say also too, they did the SpongeBob and Patrick, the SpongeBob
That
one.
SpongeBob one
Oh
went
yeah.
crazy.
But that one I think was exclusive to like Best Buy, like only 100 or something. I just don't understand. Like you said, they have a hardware selling issue. We all know it. They're more concerned with Game Pass being on every platform known to man than actually selling
Yep.
these consoles. So why not take the opportunity to make the extra bread? I don't see the negative. Maybe there's something that we're not seeing, but I don't understand what's the downside to selling these special editions.
At this point, they're going to give us a customized Amazon Fire Stick before we get a customized Xbox.
Honestly,
Hugs,
Mm.
I can see it.
bro. You know how pissed off I'm gonna be if they say, uh, hey, cool gamers. Hey,
Oh
you
no.
want to be hip and rad? Get this green Xbox Fire Stick, custom made just for you.
One
Fuck out of here.
green Fire Stick with 1 terabyte so that you can download all the Game Pass games on it, and then you can also hook it into the back of your Series X, and then it's going to transfer. It's going to be like, man, get the hell out of
Bro,
here.
I don't get it. Hugs. I want to swing to you, and I want to talk. I want to continue to talk about cheeks. I want to talk about buns, the yamage,
Mhm.
the goddamn. I want that console. Your thoughts on the Deadpool and Wolverine Xbox Series X console?
Y'all already covered it. They make some good. Remember that Canadian tuxedo one, the all denim controller they had for the Xbox
Oh,
Canada,
Oh
and
yeah.
there was one with flannel too. They make some good stuff, but I guess I don't know if there's scalpel scalpers probably snatching up all the consoles, but it's like, baby, give me that Black Panther one. That was beautiful.
That Black Panther
mm,
console was heat. I geek like Mike is in the chat. He has one. I'm gonna
Hmm.
forever be jealous that he has
And
one. So
say
that's
what
a
you want about.
THX. So that's a THX 1138 with $2 super chat. He says it's a Badonka trunk. Let me check.
let me cheek
Hey,
out.
wait a minute.
Let me
What?
cheek. Let me cheek out.
Let me check. Shout out to THX, man.
Yeah,
Uh, Hugs, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What was the last console that was sexy to me was that Gears 5 console. Mm, that was
there's
pretty.
5. Hold on. Let me go back and look at that.
That
Oh,
controller on
the
it too.
oh, hold on,
Yeah, the
hold
one
on,
you
hold
got. That was sexy. We need
Let me
custom
see. Let me
on,
see.
PS5
Let me see.
parts made by
hold
Oh, yeah, yeah. You got the
on.
360 back there.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
We used to have good
I'm
consoles.
yeah, I really didn't think about it too crazy until recently,
It's
but
nice.
we don't get stuff like that no more.
You
Like
don't.
we don't get nothing like that.
Unless it's third party. And I'm like, girl, I went through the Mad Cats era. I want first party stuff.
Not Mad Cats.
Or
Yo.
Mad Cats, rest in peace.
But yeah,
I don't
we
get it.
as some Microsoft is I would never pretend that I know how to run a $1 trillion company, right?
Hmm.
But Jesus, man, you would think that they see us going crazy every time they announce we're giving away an Xbox, we're giving away like I don't understand doing one Xbox every I don't know, it seems like every 6 months they're doing this, and we're going to give one of these away every 6 months. And we're doing a retweet and follow or like and repost. Like, what do you like? You're
Maybe
not gonna. I don't get it.
maybe there's a licensing thing. Maybe they're only allowed to sell so many because of Marvel, Disney. Maybe they got like some type of
Maybe.
you can't just go out here and get rich off our brand unless you want to pay us. I don't know, but that's the only thing I could think of. Like I'm thinking like spitballing, like maybe
Now I
that's
will
what it
say
is.
when I that now see I'm glad we got somebody up here because I be speaking with this too much and not this. That's a smart way to think about it. Because if I'm not mistaken, if I remember that is why the SpongeBob one if they did sell was so expensive was
Hmm.
because of the licensing. They had to be able to recoup or make some sort of profit off that one because the SpongeBob license isn't cheap. I mean,
No.
SpongeBob, as much as he be crashing out, right? And SpongeBob, he a tweaker. He crash out.
Hey, that's my
Is
boy.
one of the big.
That's my
He a
guy.
crash out though. I thought I was tripping.
Oh,
I saw this chick making this video about SpongeBob. Like if you really go back to SpongeBob and
leave
watch
him
3 episodes, at least 2 of the episodes, he crashing out, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He 100%. Many time they made him go on vacation. I don't know if y'all remember they made SpongeBob go on vacation, but he crashed
Yeah,
out because he had to take
crash
PTO.
out.
He a
Bro,
full-time crash out, bro, because he had to go on PTO. He was like,
employee of the
"No,
century.
they think they can do this to me?" Like I gave the
True, I
best
didn't
years of
think
my
of
life
that.
to them, bro. He a crash out, bro, for real. Shout out to THS 1138 with 12 super chat. He says maybe Sony locking Marvel themed consoles. I won't go that far.
No, no,
I don't
that if
think
they
that's
were
the
locking
case.
it, we wouldn't get this one.
That's
Yeah,
that part.
yeah,
That
we
part.
wouldn't. That wouldn't.
It's
But
a good theory, but
I remember
I don't think that's it.
y'all remember the Xbox Gucci thing? It was like the Gucci suitcase that was
Sure.
like 10
Hugger put me onto
10K.
that one. Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all will give us that, but we can't get no consoles for that are for sale, but y'all go sell Gucci. But then again, I was like, well, if y'all selling the Gucci stuff at 10 bands, I mean, that's probably gonna pay for like the licensing or whatever they might have to pay.
No.
Somebody definitely about that. T Force with our super chat said my favorite gaming. Listen, we're short-handed and you still showing us love. I appreciate that. Now make sure you when Baron and Dez and Dallas decide to show up for work, make sure
Oh,
you get in their asses and tell them like, hey,
Damn.
you said
hey
that even though
yo,
it's because Nug is in the costume. Sure.
I,
I'm
they said they ain't messing with me, man. It's like, no, coming. Oh, nah, we out. Nah, we
yeah,
don't want to
because
see that guy.
this is a contest prize, not for yeah. Like I said, and I'm weary on thinking I know because people, oh, you don't know nothing. I'm weary on putting a lot of theories out there. Like I said, you could be right. I personally don't think so, but you could be right. I just wish Microsoft would. And again,
It's
we talk about when
customization again. Like you don't even need
you
to
know
sell a
what I'm
console.
saying.
If you talked about how the Xbox One is a modular design where eventually you can swap things in out. Just sell me a shell. $30, give me a shell, a Halo shell, I'll buy it. Maybe $30.
Let us design lab it. We can design
Oh,
lab
that's
controllers
nice.
right now.
Okay. That'd be fire. A design lab
Even if it's
console.
just the S, let us design lab it. People will do it.
Design lab it.
Feel like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just feel like we own things. Like we are a part of the ecosystem again. Let us make it feel like it's special to us, where it's not a third party.
Yeah. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'd never design lab a controller, but a console, I design lab a console.
And a heartbeat. THX 1138 with another $2 super chat. I kind of like it, bro, because you're showing the love. Let's see what Microsoft
Super
does
chat's
when
going
Blade
crazy.
drops. Listen, that
Ooh,
Blade needs to be good in every way possible. And I'm praying they at least give us. I'm not gonna lie, I was disappointed we didn't get a Hellblade. I think the last custom Xbox controller we got was Starfield, right?
Starfield was dope. Starfield was a dope
I
one.
got
That was
two
a
of these.
good.
Shout out to my
You got two
wife.
of those? Okay.
Yeah, because
That's
what happened was because you can't really see it. I have a bunch of other controllers up here, and
okay.
I wanted one, but I didn't want the box to be destroyed, and so my wife accidentally messed up the box, and she felt bad, so she went and bought me a whole new controller. So I have one that's still inside the box.
Oh,
I
nice.
collect these,
He
bro.
learned
I
his
got
lesson.
this. I got the Sea of Thieves joint. I had two of them, and I messed up, and I gave one away back when we was with Tick. Back when we was part of Tick Podcast, I gave one away. I wish I would have kept it because those controllers unboxed go for a pretty penny. But this controller was nice. At least I wanted a Hellblade, something with Hellblade with a controller.
I
I
don't
would have
think
bought it.
Hellblade was big enough to make them to move that needle.
Same.
Nothing wrong with the game. I'm not dissing the game.
Unfortunately.
I'm just saying like the fan base wasn't rabid enough, I think, to warrant that extra console.
So then what is big enough for them to do it? Like Starfield was, even though it did, I guess for a lot of people, Starfield still didn't move the needle. It was such a big before it came out. It was such a big
but
polarized
yeah,
game.
it
It
had
wasn't
that
still a good
hype.
game.
It
It
had
was
that
hype.
hype.
Do they
Hmm.
have anything that's coming that we think that would allow them
I'm
to?
biased, but I got one. I'm biased. I got one. No, it's this my own biased answer. I think Fable moving that needle, bro. I like Fable. I think Fable moving that needle. Remember they used to have Fable with the 360s. Used to come with
Yep.
Fable.
That's
So
Yep.
true. Yeah.
I don't know if you back in my generation back in them days with the 360 Fable 2, maybe the nostalgia could get that going. I don't know though.
Yeah. Listen, I would hope maybe Indy. You think Indy can give us?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah, yeah. Indiana Jones too.
like
Like
I
you
would
could.
hope because that's such a big IP. I mean, it's such a big IP. I think if Indy was multi-platform, we would hear more people talking about how they're excited for it. But I think because it has that at least for right now, we know. I don't want to dive into Xbox's multi-platform ambitions. As of right now, we know it's exclusive to Xbox and PC. I wonder if that is causing it not to be hype. I bet if it
We
was
need, they need
multi-platform,
to do like a Series X and like have it all Indiana Jones out. Get like a little collector's edition hat with the whip. Hey, you can do it. You could. It could.
Yeah,
It
I
could
don't know
the
go.
about
It
no
last
could
two
whip,
go.
man.
movies for Indy were ass. They are so bad. That's probably why people aren't hyped. Crystal Skull was awful, and then the last one they just put out, it was better, but it was still so bad. People don't care.
I ain't
And
gonna
yes,
lie, I
we
Confession
never
have
seen
the
session.
none of them.
nostalgia of Indiana Jones. We do, because I'm hyped. I'm not hyped, but I'm looking forward to this game. But in the zeitgeist of the people that are now making decisions, Indiana Jones don't mean crap. Lara Croft
Confession
don't mean
session.
crap.
I say this with my wife a lot when I'm ready to tell you something that I've been holding in. I have never and probably will never watch an Indiana Jones.
That's
I'm
okay.
in the same. I was gonna say the same thing. I never just woke up and thought I wanted
They're
to watch
from
it. But I be playing the
Oh
games. The Lego
they're
games used to
from a
go
certain
crazy. I
yeah,
used to
era.
play them. Yeah, for sure.
Lego games were
The Lego Indiana
fire.
Jones, I was going crazy on 360. It's just
Yes.
the doggone movies. I never just wanted to watch it.
They're from a certain era, and unless you are ready to like, it's like watching the old James Bonds. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, okay.
I never seen those either. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. But that's
The chat gonna be
okay
like,
because
this
they
dude
are
don't know what the
very
hell he
from a
talking about.
certain era. They're a certain
my
era
bad.
where
I took
I
my
don't want to watch
buds out
Sean
to make sure
Connery.
that what we talking about, what I missed.
We
Lego
never.
Bad
movies
Oh,
are of a
was
we
certain era.
we never seen
um
Indiana Jones.
oh yeah.
Yeah, they're from a
And
certain era. You're fine.
'cause I don't care if they do going around whipping people, bro. I just it just never seemed like interesting to me. Like it's never really seemed like my thing. Well, Hugger, you been playing Hellblade too?
No, I got two people to play through Hellblade 1, and we're all gonna play 3 together, or 2 together.
Hmm.
Oh. I've been trying to
I was
get
like, you
Baron to
have to
play
play
that, but
Hellblade.
he's a loser.
Well, yeah, we know that.
You know what?
I think he's
Another
scared.
confession session. I loved Hellblade 2. Don't get me wrong. I played Hellblade 1 3 times,
Yes.
maybe. I just uninstalled Hellblade 2. I don't think I'll be playing it again.
That's
I
understandable.
don't I don't feel what I felt from the original game. And it took me because I'm biased. Y'all know I'm biased. Look at the amount of articles I've written, the amount of videos I've made. You understand. I went on Twitter and I bled out on Twitter because I was upset because I
Hmm.
really didn't get a review copy. I was hurt then, but my bias was obviously showing. It didn't show in my review. I would be honest to say that it did not show in my review. You could actually, if you actually watch my review, you would understand I was very critical as well as praising the game. But it didn't hit like the original game. Like I think it took me like some time to really say that out loud, like on the podcast. As great as it was, I don't feel like it gave me that replayability. Like the first one, I was like, y'all, I need to do this again. Like that's not. I played it 3 times. I didn't get that from Hellblade 2. As good as it was, I didn't get that. I didn't get that
That's
feeling.
okay.
That
So look,
I feel like that with a few games, honestly, and it's perfectly fine.
But
yeah,
isn't that
and I'm gonna be honest.
because you get the one and done?
I
Uh,
rarely replay single player games anyway.
Yeah, very rare. Oh,
THX not that we had a Gears 360, Gears Xbox One S, and a Gears. Well, we had a Gears 360, Gears Xbox One S, Gears Series. Oh, for EDAY. Listen. And they should have put the EDAY topic in the things. I forgot about people.
Gears. I
People
forgot about
Yeah.
Gears for sure getting one. Gears for sure getting one. Gears is gonna be like their
had
premier game. That's gonna be their biggest
Have
game.
to.
It has to be good. Like if they fuck up, I'm sorry, if they mess up Gears, it's over. That I
No,
think
that was
it's
a perfectly justifiable F bomb because I'm
li-
gonna knock on their door. Where's my Gears console?
like
Please.
you have to knock Gears out of the park. Like that would be the game I think that sells consoles.
Yeah.
I'm adding a
Gears.
topic. I'm adding a topic to the podcast as we
Okay.
because I want to talk about Gears EDAY and this conversation about it being on PlayStation 5, right? So there was a job posting put out, and the job posting was for someone who is someone who has experience with Xbox Live, PSN, Steam, or any other gaming online gaming service, right? So
Mhm.
people took this like, oh my God, they just confirmed Gears of War or Gears EDAY for PlayStation 5. And so me and myself went up to Twitter. I was like, I think, I'm just trying to talk. I'm not console warring. I'm just saying, hey, I think y'all are misreading this. This reads like they're looking for someone who has online gaming experience. They said we need someone who has Xbox, PSN, Steam, or any other gaming platform online gaming experience, right? Am I saying it won't never come to PS5? I'm not saying that because if Phil Spencer won't say it, neither will I, right? But I do want to get the
Hmm?
Ew.
Did I cut out?
Who's this? No, you didn't
No.
cut out. I just see
Oh,
this
I
guy
was like, wait, what
jump in
is?
the
Ew.
podcast. Jump in the podcast. I do want to get
Uh-oh.
y'all's thoughts on this posting, on whether or
It's
not
a
you
surprise
feel
entry to the Royal Rumble.
it's John Cena.
Surprise entry number 30. Oh my
Yeet.
god.
No, we yeeting. Yeet,
Day
baby.
one, it's just me. Hey, look, he the latest in WWE right now to me.
Right?
Listen,
Who's so?
it went from me and Hugger to me Hugger Nug to me Hugger Nug, and Baron. The podcast is leveling up as we continue to go on. But B, you just jumped in, and
Yes.
this is perfect.
Got you.
So we did this originally was not a topic of the podcast. I just added it in, right? Because
Got you.
I had to go on a bit of a blocking spree over the last couple of days because I didn't feel like console warming people.
Got you.
But there was a posting for Gears, and they're looking for someone who has own experience in Xbox Live, PSN, Steam, or another online gaming service. This was taken as, oh my God, Gears was just leaked to come out on PlayStation. Again, Phil won't even do it, so I won't do it, and I won't say that this is not coming to PS5. But I went online and I was like, hey, I think y'all are misreading this. This isn't someone they're looking for. Oh, we need somebody with PSN experience. No, they're looking for anyone who has online gaming service experience. B, welcome to the chat. My communications director. Or if your emails is popping and your DMs is full, that's because B is blowing your damn phone up. Your thoughts on this Gear fan people thinking that Gears is coming to PlayStation because of this job posting.
Well, let's talk about it. But no, honestly, I the day and age we live in, the world of Xbox we live in a world where MLB is on Xbox. We live in a world where Sea of Thieves is on PlayStation. So I could see why anytime you see the names listed, both companies listed under one job posting, it's a safe assumption. But I think the easier bet is we're looking for somebody. They are looking for someone with some type of online gaming experience. And I think that's all it is. But I don't know. I could see Gears of War going PlayStation. Not so much EDAY, but I could see for sure the other ones. I could see it happening. It's
You,
not.
I
Mm,
just go ahead, Nug.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm more so in the line with Baron as far as it. It was just a posting. I'm pretty sure the person who made the posting was not actually nowhere near the game. It was probably just like a, hey, we need this. This is the criteria. It's a video game. They said, okay, well, video games are included into Sony. That
HR.
yeah, it's HR.
HR.
It's HR.
Yeah.
And the reason I think that it's such a hot take is because nowadays we live in the world of hot takes and fast news and instant gratification, and nobody really cares about getting it right. It's just getting it out first. Everybody wants to be first. If I go on and I say Gears of War might be leaked confirmed to come into PlayStation, that's going to give me a quick 2,000, 3,000 likes. Just off the strength of people sitting around like, yo, this true, this confirmed, and then the other 1,000 from people be like, this guy is full of crap, he's lying, and it's just engagement.
Tweet it like crazy.
But in this type of world, that's helping me more than anything.
Yep.
All of it's good. So that's, I think, what we're seeing, and that's what fame is getting. It's just a lot of, even though it's some hate stuff, but it's boosting the hell out of engagement. People just want to tell you that you're wrong.
And I think that's why I had to start. I had some dude. Oh, read it again, kid. And you're an idiot. I'm like, you know what? Block, bro. Block. You guys got to block, bro, because I can mute. I can, but I want to block you, and then I want you to make a tweet about how I blocked you, so you feel like it's a win. But in reality, that's you bleeding on Twitter because you're oh, he blocked me, which means he's mad. No, I blocked you because you're an idiot. I can console war with folks. I can go back and forth with folks. When I'm being David, I don't feel like it. When I'm Fame, we can do this all day. When I'm being David, bro, I don't feel like it, bro. And I just feel like people want this to be a hey, look at this type moment when it really was somebody just post someone who creates jobs descriptions like, hey, let's be specific on what we mean by a gaming platform. Xbox, PSN, Steam, or any. I'm surprised they didn't say Nintendo, right? Have you worked with Nintendo Online? They put any other game. I think it's one thing if they said, hey, it's a job posting for someone who strictly knows PSN.
That would be.
I'm like,
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not industry standard though, and I'm saying that because I do some game testing, and because it's already out, now I can say one of the games I was able to test early was Concord, and so with Concord, we knew going into it that it was a PlayStation thing, but like the survey was just like, what consoles do you play? Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, PC. Check everything that you have, even though there was no way it was even coming to those. They still wanted to know what's your experience with everything, and I think that's just kind of the standard for testing or for working on games. They want to know what are you done.
I agree.
Wholeheartedly. Again, I would never go and die on any hill ever when it comes to Xbox games. I would never do that because you can't.
Yeah.
You can't say what they're going to do because no one knows what they're going to do because they're moving so different out here, right? We talked about the whole Keystone thing that they canceled. They canceled Keystone just to partner up with Amazon, and we talked for weeks.
Yeah.
Who's Microsoft's competition? It's not PlayStation. Who is it? It's Google. It's Amazon. And then for them to say, hey, guess what we partner with? Amazon. They're supposedly big competition. I will never die on another hill on what Xbox will and won't do because Xbox
they ain't been for the gamer since the 360, and you could look up everything they did since then, and it's more so about being bigger than just gaming. Like even with the Xbox, with this all-in-one, the whole entertainment system, the whole everything they did with the one, and then with the Series X and S, it's been primarily about Game Pass. I mean, they'll say, the Series X has 8 teraflops, the most powerful console, but we really are moving towards Game Pass on the Quest, Game Pass on Fire Stick, Game Pass on your TV. Like they're not really for that. They care about the other stuff, in my opinion.
So I gotta ask, is it that they are just forward thinking? And this isn't me tooting Microsoft's horn. This is me really asking because the Xbox One is, if the Xbox One came out today, it would fit right in.
It would, okay. People would be less mad about it. If the Series X was the Xbox One,
it would fit right in.
It would.
People talk to their tech all day now. Like that. That's not a crazy idea anymore. That would fit in today's world. Everybody talks to their tech all day.
True.
So, and then everybody wants everything all in one. Like I could literally buy something from an ad while watching Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a commercial could run and I could buy whatever's showing, like right then and there, and it'd be shipped to my house and it's linked to my account, and it's all all of the things that we hated the Xbox One for is the world we live in now. Hell, even what was Microsoft's VR thing? The Halo or
they did
HoloLens.
AR. Yeah.
I
That
remember
was
that
ahead
one.
of its time. Yeah. Oh, go look at the HoloLens, and that's everything everybody hypes up with VR and AR right now. That's what the HoloLens was, and that was over 10 years ago. So now,
is it they're ahead of the game or they give up too early?
No, they're ahead of the game and they don't know how to market. I'm gonna keep saying they do
So
not know how to.
I love good conversations. I love good points. I respect your argument. My counter would be though, but even with you being ahead of the game, if you don't know how to read the room or you don't have the right timing or the right placement, it don't matter how ahead of the game you are, because you got to know when. Like, you got to be an opportunist. So I like the moves. Like, I think the Connect was so ahead of its time. The Connect in 2024 could still move.
It would kill.
But the timing is off, so it's like it's a big what if.
It would totally kill.
I agree with that. I
their marketing sucks, and it's sad, right? Because like I've met plenty of the marketing team, people on the marketing team, and this ain't to them because I don't think it's them. I don't think it's like they don't have the team to put together good marketing. I think it really is you're just dealing with a parent company who's never had to market anything. Like I was talking about this with Keith on the Spectator podcast. Shout out to the Outer Haven. But you're dealing with a company who's never had to market. Like, why do they? Why does Microsoft need to market anything? Everything tech, anything that connects to the internet or sends an email is somehow hell, even PlayStation is centered around it, Microsoft with Azure. So why does this company need to market? Well, because they're finally selling something. Like they're not just a service provider anymore. Like they're legitimately trying to sell something in Xbox. Like that whole arm of Xbox is to sell something. And
so
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, my whole point is we're dealing with a company who's been so big that they've never had to do anything. They're the pretty person who's always had pretty privilege and never really had to do much. And now there's this one aspect of their life that they need to try, and they don't, or they suck at it. And that's just what it is. It's a typical story.
I don't know. Like that's an excellent point. I can't really knock it. I just feel like to an extent though, like I just think to an extent you have to at some point realize you can do better. Like there has to be a certain point of, I guess, realization or self-reflection to where it's like, okay, we don't have XYZ, but we have the resources, we have the ability, we have everything we would need to get experts to do XYZ. That's the frustration.
But they just don't make it happen.
That's the frustration. It's like, okay, if y'all are bad at, nobody wants to hear Microsoft is bad at anything because it's like y'all have everything you need to get better at everything.
And that's what's so frustrating. That is the most frustrating part on earth because you just said it. All these pieces, just put them fucking together.
Yeah.
Listen, first of all, I like to apologize for taking so long. I had to speak to my psychiatrist. Last time I saw a giant taco, it did not go well. It's nobody's business. It's it's like that sometimes. But but please catch me up because I'm hearing a conversation that we've had a couple different times.
Well, like for you and B, I'm gonna give you the speed run and catch up version. We talked about BBL Deadpool, BBL Deadpool.
Oh, wait, bro.
We
Do-
talked about that.
Can I
And
tell
now
you when it comes to that, I'm not entering that giveaway because that would be the one I'd win. And I
Yes.
would just have
Yeah.
controllers with ass cheeks in my house, and I'm good.
bro, and that would be amazing in every way possible.
That would be the one giveaway I'd win from Xbox.
Yeah,
And I just know it. And I'm
because
good.
you gaming like
Bro, not the ergonomic booty
Look,
cheeks.
unless a group of samurai knock on my front door, I would not have man buns in my house.
I'm so
listen.
Sorry.
In my mind, it's Lady Deadpool, so ain't no pause needed. I'm good to go. They said Deadpool. They ain't say what variation.
They gonna need
Okay.
extra pause buttons on that controller, boys. Hey, hold up.
Listen, they didn't say which
Okay.
variation.
Okay.
man over
Okay.
here dreaming.
So like I'm curious, like, so like do you grab the ass like while you like play? So like
Yeah.
are you you
Hey,
get
you know
like
what's
some foreplay while you game or like type
what's even more wild is like, because every now and then after a long session, you gotta clean your controller.
tired,
So
y'all.
you're gonna be wiping the ass on your controller. Like
That is
cleaning
crazy.
it. Like,
That's crazy.
Wild, B.
I'm
Imagine
for
putting
it, bro.
pedals on it.
oh yeah. What happens when you
Does the
add
crack get
you
sweaty?
yeah, all of these things. There's so many questions.
Literally, the only
How do you slide
upside to this
when you slide
is
the back off, what kind of batteries is
you
in
slide
there?
the back off.
That's crazy. That's crazy terminology.
Them got to be D cell batteries. All that them is not double A.
Hey,
Ooh, that's
I'm
crazy.
not, look, man, you gotta slide the back off. That's how you get to the batteries.
Oh,
Like,
Taking Deadpool panties off is crazy.
oh my god.
That's crazy. Sliding Deadpool boxes down is insane. That's diabolical.
you gotta plug some stuff in
Yeah.
there
Listen.
to get it to work.
That's insane.
Oh my, they should say Hurger one. That's Canada's ass.
Yeah, I mean, look.
If they made a Captain America one, I'm just saying.
I knew Nug would fit in right with us the moment we made that. That's wild. Listen. So I want to switch gears a little bit because Nug,
Okay.
we talked about Concord just a little bit, and that's kind of perfect because I want to talk about Concord too.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anyone else here played this. I do want to get your thoughts on Concord because it, from what I've seen on social media, I didn't get to play it. From what I've seen, I had someone who was on the podcast previously, another iteration, reached out to me in a DM, and he spilled everything about the game. He's someone that I really trust because he has really good gaming opinions, right? And he was like, "Yo, this game is mid. It's not good. It's okay. It'd have been better if it was free." I think for a lot of people, it needs it. The $40 price tag already turned people off of the game, right? Because you think about the hero shooter. To me, I think the hero shooter era is dying. At one point, it was people. Overwatch came out, and then everyone tried to come out with their Overwatch clone, whether it was Lawbreakers or they kept trying to make them, and they couldn't really do it. It's almost like how everyone tried to make a battle royale. The battle royale genre is still going, but now it's just Fortnite and Warzone. Other than that, like you try to bring that out, it's gonna die. But the key with those is they're free to play. Overwatch, which is even though Overwatch community beats up on Overwatch religiously, it's free to play. Concord is $40 and it's exclusive to one platform. I believe I might be on PC as well. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. It's Concord.
Yeah, PC and PlayStation.
Oh, so PC and PlayStation, right? But it's $40. Nug, I want to start with you since you've had hands on with Concord. Your thoughts, if you can, your thoughts on the game and whether or not you think it will survive.
I don't think it. I want it to. I don't think it will. I think the community is rather toxic. I feel like nowadays everybody's wishing for things to fail. I think that a lot of times we try to nitpick things with video games. I'm not a fan of criticizing a game strictly off of price. If the game is bad, that's one thing, but the beta was solid. The game was smooth. There wasn't any overpowered characters. It was a great time. Is it top tier? No, but every game doesn't have to be, in my opinion. There's such thing as mid-level games. We need more mid-level games. And as far as the price tag, I think that $40 is all right, but just put it on PlayStation Plus for free. Give it to PS Plus members for free. Everybody else pay $40, and I think everyone is happy. But I don't think it can survive because of how the community is nowadays.
Didn't
Do you?
PlayStation do that with Foam Stars? Like it was originally wasn't on PS Plus. Or was it another game? They had a game not too
Uh,
long ago where it was getting ready to come
Foam,
out, and they dropped it on PS Plus right before it came out because the reception for it wasn't
Foam
that hot.
Stars had to be Foam Stars.
I was gonna say that sounds about right.
But go
I
ahead, D. You
So
make
do
a point.
you?
Sorry.
I was just gonna ask to add to your question. Do you think that that could be true for most games now? What you just said about Concord. Like, I think that there's gonna be a lot of games, and there has been a lot of games. Fame just brought up Lawbreakers. I think Lawbreakers' biggest sin was its timing. And letting Twitter know it existed. That's a different story though. But do you think the same could be said for most games?
I don't know because like Drake Williams said in the chat, he brought up Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is a hero shooter and free to play, and I think that's way more excitement behind it because it's free to play. And I know Julian as well said he hate that he sucks at certain games. He said some certain games have to be free now, but I think this genre sort of has to be now because what you're selling, you're more so selling your money's made from cosmetics, right? We think about looter shooters. Looter shooters now pretty much have to be free to play. Destiny once the biggest name in the genre does something, and they're continuing to be the biggest one of the genre, you have to follow suit. Destiny went free to play, and you have to buy expansions, right?
It's
That was a
everybody's
game.
fault, clearly.
PlayStation 5 dropped a game. It was a looter shooter when PlayStation 5 first came out, and they said we're gonna harness the power of the PS5 with this game. Ah, God, yeah, help me out, Chad. It was a PS. It was one of the games that dropped. It was a PS5 showcase game. It was a
Showcase
looter.
game,
It
looter
was a looter
shooter.
shooter.
Babylon Falls.
No, I'm
Yeah.
it wasn't
Oh,
that.
Nah,
Were you
PS5
sure?
you
looter
talk. I know what
shooter.
you're talking about. You talking about Godfall?
Godfall.
Oh, there you go.
I
I do
forgot
Yeah.
about
remember
that.
that.
Oh my
Godfall
gosh.
dropped, and
Oh
it was
man.
regular price, a looter shooter, and it died because when the big dog sets precedence, looter shooters now. Why do you think Warframe, the
But you know what we
descendant,
doing, right?
the descendants, which I've been on almost every hour of every day, free to play, right? I think when it comes to hero shooters, Marvel Rivals
Mhm.
you did right by making it free to play because if you didn't, you would have had an issue. You make the game free to play, and then you lean on if the game is good, people gonna go out and buy them cosmetics. They're gonna go out and buy a battle
Yeah.
pass. They want the longevity. Could you
And
imagine?
I
Could you
spent
imagine
money in
if
Valorant.
Fortnite came in after PUBG and
y'all,
said we're gonna charge you $40 for our battle royale while PUBG's on top of the world? No, okay, we can't do that. But go ahead, Nug. You got a hot take. I want to hear it.
it's not a hot take. You're absolutely right. It's just the
Oh,
industry is just messed up. Like I think it's just okay, so for example, we'll complain about certain games dying. We'll complain about, things not being the same. We'll complain about everything having to be a big AAA, blah, 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 and all these things that we have as gamers. But then if something isn't Game Pass or PS Plus day one, it's dead. We ain't buying it. We ain't supporting it. We complain about microtransactions, but clearly microtransactions, like you said, have been proven to work. So if they release a game and they be like, it's free to play, but here's microtransactions, everybody's like, oh, microtransactions. But then the numbers are saying otherwise. That's why that's the first thing you said was, yeah, make this free to play and then hit us later. And I think that if everything doesn't have to be that way, you're not wrong. I don't disagree. Everything you said is facts. It's just, I wish there was a way for us to still have some type of middle ground. I miss, $30, $40, $20 games that were just
Yeah.
kind of like those games are missed. And now everything is AAA or indie, it seems like. And then we can't get mid-tier. And this is a mid-tier and everyone's crapping on it.
This is why Helldivers should have released this summer.
It's
'cause
crazy
It would have
'cause
won Game of the Year for sure if it would
yeah.
have released now. It's not going to
Really?
win it. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Bro,
If it released
timing.
now,
if
Yeah.
it released right now, everything that it was, all the mistakes, all the ups and downs, everything that it was, if it released today and did the same thing, it'd be Game of the Year.
because that game is dying now, bro. I forgot I even owned that game. I'm being honest.
Can we talk about that? Can we
People don't
talk
care
about
about
that?
nothing. We jump on fads. And by fads, I mean
But
and the wrong things became fads.
but this. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
When I say the wrong things, I'm talking about genres and mechanics. An open world game gets successful, everybody wants to have an open world game.
Facts.
Battle Royale gets successful, everybody needs a battle royale. And this is like it's just
Yep.
game mode. Most games should not rest their entire game on that one mode. But somebody was successful, they made a lot of money. Oh, we want more money too. Or and they push that developer, or even the developer thinks, oh, maybe my game will get more attention if I do this thing too. Like we and it's crazy because the good stuff, they don't nobody hops on the bandwagon with the good stuff. Y'all was just talking about Hellblade earlier. Nobody copied them. Best sound design in the game. Nobody copied them.
I ain't
Nobody.
gonna lie. I ain't gonna
It's
lie.
too difficult
I don't.
to.
It was the. Did the what is it? Ends justify the means? Like you
Mm.
had incredible sound design, but at the end of the day, if your game didn't do as well as it should have done, or people were more so like, it's great sound design, but and they had that but in there, is it worth me leaning into $1 million sound design just for people to be like,
Girl, they got a
They did
BAFTA.
I
well
mean,
enough
because
to fund a
That is
sequel.
a real industry standard award, not some game award, not some anything. They have BAFTAs for that. They're fine. They're fine.
You know what? Going to the whole copying thing, I'm a firm believer that legacy titles should copy. Like there's no reason we shouldn't have a battle royale in Halo. There's no reason we shouldn't have a horror game in Halo. There's no reason we shouldn't have, because the game has been out for so long. And let me prove my point. Legend of Zelda and Mario and Sonic.
It too.
Hyrule Warriors is a thing. Who'd have thought a
No, but
Zelda Musou game would exist?
this is what I'm saying. These legacy titles have been around long enough to branch out, to do different things. Like it's the idea of having a Mario RPG re-released is not crazy.
Re-release.
Yeah, re-released. And then they even did a different one. What was it? The Mario and Luigi. That was a RPG one as well.
Full Metal Mario Brotherhood.
Basically. But I mean, even Paper Mario. But my whole thought is, when you're a legacy title and you've been around long enough, you can branch out. And that's not like, especially when it's an easy layup. Like, there's no reason we should not have a Helldivers and a Battle Royale style Halo game. So that was just my thoughts on the whole copying thing, right? Like that,
You're right. That just
like
shouldn't
they
be the
just
whole
been
meaning of
around
Halo.
long enough to where you could do that. Like, you could cut a team to the side. I mean, hell, Fallout did it with New Vegas. Like, you could cut a team to the side and let somebody make something with the IP. It's been out long enough. Now, in terms of
those copycats never hit the hardest though. The games that hit
that's
the
not
hardest
the point.
are the ones that
That's not the point. Like,
that's not that's
not
cap.
I
That's
mean
cap.
like
That's
as a
cap.
hit. I'll give you examples.
Warzone.
I give you, I mean, Call of Duty could be called legacy. But I give you examples.
But Warzone is
Warzone was
Guys.
chasing Fortnite.
Yeah,
They
and
chased
Warzone's
Fortnite.
working. And Warzone is working to the
Come
point
on
where
now.
people are playing this on their phone. You got a whole generation of people buying new tablets to play
I
Call
feel
of
like
Duty.
Apex too, because they pivoted from Titanfall 2 and chased that battle royale, and they scrapped. I'm sorry, Titanfall 3, and they scrapped Titanfall 3 for that.
Just to keep Apex going. And so I get what you're saying. Well, but then also I think the success measuring stick needs to be adjusted, because
these things were successful IPs already. Call of Duty was already successful. Titanfall
Hold on,
already established.
But come on now, you can't act like Warzone ain't like that boosted your popularity, because multiplayer was kind of dying down. That like they were able to revamp, even though Call of Duty itself was popular, they got way more players. They were able to reach out to a ton of casuals,
and then
kids.
then you hit them with that free button.
That's what got them, because Now, if I'm, little Timmy who don't have PS Plus or Game Pass, I can get on Warzone and play for free without any issues. Like, and you're
Yeah,
one of the first to do crossplay? Come on now. Like, we can't act
yeah.
like come on now. We gotta act like
No,
that.
and
That
and
was huge.
and it just, I
And
really,
that's why everybody and their mama doing it, and we won't get no good new games until
no.
Black Myth Wukong drop.
No, see, we do get good new games. Like Click Holding just dropped today. Click Holding dropped today, and something else released. There was another title that released today, and it's gonna kill me because it was both from Black devs.
Can we
Uh,
get an arena fighter fad? Like, can we get that going? Hopefully, Spark and Zero is successful enough to turn every IP into an arena fighter, and we can have some fun with it.
well, let's be real, we do got those. That's anytime an anime fighter comes out. Like Bleach is even dropping one. Like, and then we just got Boruto Storm, not what, a couple years back. Like,
Anime is the only ones doing it. Like, give me a The Boys arena fighter. Like,
that's
give
Mortal
me that.
Kombat. Don't do that.
That's literally Mortal Kombat.
That's literally Mortal Kombat.
That's Mortal Kombat.
Like, you got it.
Nug's said it best. If the community doesn't want something to survive, it's not going to. Look at poor
Yeah.
Bleeding Edge.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember her?
Oh,
Bleeding Edge
Bleeding
died.
Edge.
Vicious Circle, which was Rooster Teeth's game, that died. If people don't want to support it, and if, let's be honest, a lot of us can't afford our basic groceries right now, so my time is money, and if you make me feel like I'm wasting my time off the bat, in like regards to Concord, the way people are feeling, then I am not going to put my time into you. The biggest thing I could do is vote with my time, because you're making money with me playing the game. If you're wasting my time, if you're wasting my revenue, the limited time I have, you're not going to be the game I choose.
And
Look at poor
and this
Suicide
is
Squad.
right.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tell you the
Okay.
easiest thing that Concord should have done, or not the easiest, the quickest thing, well, okay. They should have came out the gate and did what game was it where they set supporter levels. Like, hey, the game will be free to play, but if you spend 10 bucks, you get this package and the
I remember
game.
that.
And you get there's games that have done that. There's usually
What?
yeah.
Founders packs. Founders packs.
Founder, there you go.
Founders.
Founder
Okay,
pack.
okay.
There you go. So you treat it, you come in free to play, but you make your money up front by offering founder packs, and you offer the game up early to folks. You offer betas, you offer skins, you offer like the things that people are going to spend their money on anyway, that you are going to charge us for, because there's no way you're not going to have microtransactions in a shooter. Like there's no way you're not going to have it. So you're going to have microtransactions. So why not make some money up front while still having your free to play game? And now people wouldn't be so hesitant. And then all it takes is one or two content creators to go big with it on stream. And now people are going to be buying the founders pack because they want to play it early too. That's FOMO. Fame, you're muted. But
Gaming is
FOMO.
really about to turn me to hugger. I'm just finna.
Hey, really quickly, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna cut my off. I gotta catch up to the end of the show. We did miss a super chat from Geek Like Mike with a follow super chat. He said, "I had a bounce, but a great show. Great to see Yo Nug on here. Much love, y'all." And then we got a new channel member. I better pronounce the name, so I apologize. Rayano is one of the newest channel members of Lv1 Gaming. Thank you so much, Clappy. I can call him Clappy.
Friends from RP.
That's the hell of a name.
We're talking about Deadpool.
I love that
now
name.
We're talking about Clappy.
Hey, why they call you
Yeah,
Clappy? What
yeah,
you be
no,
Clappy,
G.
Clappy? Why they call you?
Shout
I'm
out to
sorry.
Clappy. Leveling up and becoming a channel member. Like I said before, likes are $3.99, but if you really want to support Lv1, becoming a channel member helps us do so much stuff in the gaming space. So thank you so much, Clappy. We talked about Deadpool Cheeks and now Clappy. But go ahead. I think it was Dallas who was making a point.
Oh yeah, I was just saying, gaming about to turn me to hugger. I'm just finna like play some retro games, maybe make videos about those, and just wait for the next Life of Black Tiger.
Oh, Jesus.
I wanted to like throw in a topic / pivot type thing.
Go for
Let's
it.
do it.
It's like in the same realm what we talking about, but something that I have been thinking about internally. How long should a game last? Right? We hear dead a lot. We talked about games coming out at different times, and the biggest one that I've hear a lot of is Helldivers 2.
Mm-hmm.
For me, this is just my take. I'm not opposed to games lasting for a couple months. You had your time, you had your moment. I'm cool. I got my $40 worth of Helldivers. It was a great time. But now it seems like, if games ain't lasting 2 years, like the big guys, the Fortnite, the Warzone, whatever, we talking about dead. So, like, how long should the game last?
Okay, so when I say dead for Helldivers, I'm comparing it to what it was at its peak. Not
Eh,
saying that the game itself is dead, because let's be real, if I can get 20,000 people to do anything for year in, year out, that's a win. And that's
okay.
around what they have live is like 20,000 people playing the game. It's a lot of people like
Yeah.
playing a game day in, day out. That's a lot. That's a win. There's never anything bad about that. And shame on anybody who tries to sell that. But in
Mhm.
comparison to what it was when you had 300,000 people in at one time, like there was nowhere you could go and you wouldn't see a whole bunch of ships when you're looking out on your, when you had a whole TikTok trend rise up out of this game. Now,
That was crazy. Crazy
what
time.
now my whole reasoning for saying it's dead is in the sense of people within our space, right? Not so
Yeah,
much
yeah,
the
yeah.
person at home, people in our space. We have recency bias. Like,
Okay.
like there's gonna be people who forgot Helldivers 2 came out this year.
Okay.
Like that it like that, and that's just because there's so many games being released.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I say that, I'm talking more from our perspective of like looking at games,
Mm.
keeping up with what's new, constantly picking up the new title. Like, I mean, hell, I bought a game today, like, and I have no damn reason to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is
No, yeah, yeah.
so
I get what you're
that's
saying,
my
but, like, I
angle.
guess for everybody, like, how long should what like, so for me, if a game lasts as many months as Helldivers 2 did at its peak, I think that's a win.
Hell yeah.
Like, because every game is gonna fall off. I think your peak was a hell of a peak. Like, your
Yeah.
your prime was a good prime. That's how I kinda look at it. I was wondering what y'all
See,
everybody's
that's the
thoughts.
thing. I think like a game should always be able to have the chance to live past its prime, if you ask me. That don't mean everybody and their mama gotta be playing it. Just have it exist and is at least reasonably accessible. There's people still playing Kane and Lynch. You know what I mean? Like there's people
That
still
game
playing,
lit.
you know what I'm saying? Like people are still playing Army of Two together.
That
This is a
game
real
lit.
thing that's
True.
happening.
It's a great game.
Um, and it don't always have to be massively multiplayer stuff. There's a lot of massively multiplayer stuff that I know nobody knows about that I wish still existed in some shape, form, or fashion. You know, there was a Dragon Ball MMO. Um, only the
Talking about
Koreans got
Xenoverse?
fed. Lucky bastards. No, no,
Oh.
no, no, no. Like traditional style MMO.
Oh,
Like
oh, wow.
in early 2000s. Like I remember being super excited to see it come out and not realizing it wasn't dropping in the US. It was one of those type situations. I think games like this should be accessible on some level. That's why I'm so into game preservation. It don't always have to be for everybody. It don't always have to be the biggest shit in the world. It don't have to be the number chasers, even though those what at some point I'm gonna tell my kids and my grandkids that hell divers existed. I wanna like let them know how important it was to fight for democracy. Um, I want something other than a YouTube video, if YouTube still exists at this point, to show what this was. I myself enjoyed being told about all of the random old shit that came out back when I was just a glint in my pop's eye. Um, and then getting to experience it when I got older. At some point, like at some point, there was a time where you were a stain on your daddy's sock, and he enjoyed certain games or comics or anime even. Um, and you also get to experience that and probably have that same level of enjoyment. And even if you don't, other people like it's just kind of history. It's like preserving that history and having it around to be experienced by like subsequent generations. I think that's not only a dope thing, but absolutely necessary. And I know we tend to see things as um like fads that come and go, or we kind of look at games like rappers and we see it as like a thing that's cool for a while. I want to experience it for the time being and then move on. But that does not mean that that thing does not still deserve a chance to exist.
Mhm.
Preach.
Yeah, it does.
I think Dallas came with the bombs to end the show. Well, damn, D.
Man,
Dang.
I've probably been
I,
holding it on my cartoon chest for a
He
while.
been
That
holding
is
that
crazy.
in.
I almost forgot what you look like in the real life. Good thing DreamCon around the corner.
Oh, good
Hello.
segue. Solid. Hey, so yeah, we'll be at DreamCon right along with some of your favorite content creators. I heard Kev on stage is pulling up. This man went from not watching any anime whatsoever to popping his Japanese cherry blossom on Attack on Titan.
I can't with
Um
this dude.
Damn.
Attack on Titan was his first and like this is an
Trauma.
insane rabbit hole for somebody to fall down. But we will
The
be
best
there
part
with the
about all of
likes.
this, the best part about all this, D, is that thankful to everyone who comes to lv1gaming.com and comes to the podcast. We once again recognize as media, and we're going to DreamCon as media, which is amazing. We're going to be able to do some dope stuff just like we did previous years. So I'm super excited about this. Before we dip, and D, because since I accidentally cut you off, I'm gonna go back to circle back to you. Nug, I'm not sure how often you watch the show, but we like to give suggestions of an anime, movie, or TV show that we're watching that we think other people should be watching. And then chat, if you guys can drop yours inside the chat, I will read those off. If you have an anime, movie, TV show, or video game you think is dope, people should check out, drop it. I read it out. D, I'm gonna start with you. What you got?
Oh man. Listen, anything involving kung fu of any kind, we're getting closer and closer to two of the best characters ever known in martial arts who's not named Bruce Lee. We're getting closer and closer to Black Myth Wukong, y'all. So cultivate your conduct and be ready for this to drop. Also, we're getting closer and closer to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. That's around the corner too. So in preparation, play some Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Season Pass 2 is out and pretty cool content if you into that game. Pretty cool extra content if you into that game. And Sifu, go play Sifu. Like go indulge in some kung fu shit. Um Kick ass or get your ass kicked, whichever one it takes. And if you really like the deep cuts, play Absolver. Thank me later.
Shout out to Julian Harris in the chat. He says them season 2. Check it out.
Mm.
What you got, sis?
Since September is around corner, and we all know what's coming out of September, Stalker 2. I will say go play the Metro Exodus series. I think the original Stalker games, while they are on console, are a little dated, like a lot dated, so you might not enjoy them. So go play Metro Exodus, Metro 420, Last Light, and 2033. Great games. Go watch. Girl, I just found a bunch of Japanese anime on YouTube for free that's been dubbed over, and I'm probably just gonna watch a bunch of old like 80s anime. I don't even know the names of them, but I'm excited.
Shout out to Drake Williams in the chat. He says seafood is on sale right now. Make sure you guys go check it out. Is that Special Nick coming in as we get ready to close? Shout out to Special Nick, man. I hate that our time zones are always so weird and different because I would love to get Special Nick back on the show. We're going to have to do a special show just so we can get him back on again. We got a couple more left. B, what you got for suggestions this week?
Go play Once Human and go buy Click Holding. Shout out to Strange Scaffolding. You're in a room with a strange man who wants you to click a clicker, and you're gonna click it.
I think I seen that on TikTok, and I was confused.
He's gonna watch you click it, and you're gonna keep clicking it, and you're gonna click it, and you're gonna click it, you're gonna click it, you're gonna click it.
I feel touched. You need to back up.
Click it.
Crazy? I was crazy once.
Click it.
Swipe or no swipe, you need to back up from that camera because I feel like you in my space.
And that's what the point of the game is. It makes you extremely uncomfortable. It's awesome.
Oh, we're low. Hugs. I get the. I'm getting the words that me and you are low. Shout out to Nick. And our guest for the evening, this man does amazing content on TikTok. He does amazing content at Lv1, lv1gaming.com. He recently just dropped a review for Kaku. Make sure you guys go check it out. Yo, Nug, let's talk about it. What
Yes, sir.
anime, movie, TV show, video games do you suggest people to be checking out right now?
I got a good one. I think there's a new anime video game that has dropped, and on brand with today's theme. It is free, so don't y'all get mad. Calm down. It's free. It's called Zenless Zone Zero.
Mm.
It's really really dope. It is an anime game, and it's like playing a comic book. I'm a sucker for things that are like artsy, cartoony, comic book ish, and so check it out. It's really cool. It's free, and you won't regret it.
Okay. Okay. For me, do I gotta say it? Yeah, know what I'm gonna suggest.
Oh God.
Go play the first Descendant. Just go play it. Turn your brain off. Don't ask me what the story's about, because I don't know.
Yeah, facts. I don't know nothing about that story. I skip all the cutscenes.
Skip.
I don't
Y'all are the
know.
worst kind of person.
Skip.
I don't know.
Skip.
It's
The worst kind of
it's
people.
it's
Skip.
not memorable, Dallas.
Skip.
It's not memorable.
Skip. Skip.
You wouldn't know if you
Skip.
did.
Skip.
Oh
Skip.
my god.
Skip. Skip.
I know we got a
And you know
close
what?
fame, but
I'm tired
my
of y'all.
issue with First Descendant, I ain't gonna lie. I hope they fixed it by now because I ain't played in a couple of days. But playing solo is challenging, but playing with a group, it's like too easy. I don't know if
For
it's a
the
me thing, but it's like I don't know what's going on with that.
going into the world, doing the battles in the world with a group is really easy. The void battles with a group is next to
Mm,
impossible. You're better off
Oh, they
solo.
gonna stomp you.
the
If
void
you're
Especially that
going with a
that
Okay,
team,
so
long
so
descendant.
because
so
they ramp up the void battles, like the bosses, like health and stuff, and how they hit. And then people go in and they don't pay attention to what resistance they should have on. Cause people going in fighting Dead Bride on hard with Viesa. Like, what are you doing? You're shooting ice at the Ice
mm.
Queen. Like,
This
what are you
man.
doing?
This man speaking Japanese.
It's annoying. It's annoying, right?
She said
In
Japanese.
the world,
Never
it's too
felt so
easy.
lost.
Void bosses, groups,
Or
you're
if you're
better
in the
off.
top Pokemon.
Ah. Okay.
By the way, I was like proud of myself. I just unlocked my 6th Descendant without paying no
Oh,
money,
this man
and
is.
I
This
just
man
seen
is good.
IGN post about a guy who just unlocked every character, including the ultimates, without spending a dime.
That's a good sign.
When you
You
gonna
know
give
how
him the
hard it is to
Gyarados?
get Ultimate Bunny and Ultimate. You know how hard it is. It's a 3% chance. It's a 25% chance, less than 25% chance most of the time to get the parts you need. And then when you beat the void boss, you got a 3% chance to get that part. You know how hard that is? How much time you got to do that? You an asshole.
Spring that bread.
Oh
I ain't
no.
spending no money, bro. I'm not spending no money.
Support the devs. Spend that bread.
I will eventually. I bought the battle pass. I
Oh,
bought the battle
you
pass,
in.
and I will. And that was like $10. And I will eventually buy cosmetics.
This man out
I'm
here
not buying
sinning.
no characters.
This man out here
Not
sinning.
doing it.
Spend that bread.
Not spending that bread. Listen, we got to get up out of here. We got stuff. We got stuff to do and stuff to talk about. I appreciate you guys coming through. We came a long way from it just being me and Hug in the show. And Nug, when Nug came at the very beginning, shout out to Yo Nug for coming through. I had to drop all of his links in the chat. Big Paws, No Diddy's, dropping all his taco links in the chat. Make sure you guys go check out my boy.
Wow.
He will be with us at DreamCon next week. So when you guys see the taco suit, don't be surprised if you see me in the big round Big Mac costume to kind of match his energy. With all that said, congratulations, you guys leveled up. This was the Lv1 Gaming Podcast. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. Make sure you guys go to lv1gaming.com. So much dope content. Make sure you guys go on the channel. Check out Yo Nug's review of Kaku. It is on the channel. Shout out to him for doing that review. Appreciate you doing that. If you guys want to support the stream at $3.99, hitting that like button. If you want to help support us, please consider becoming a channel member, as helped out a whole bunch. If we made you laugh, cry, or if we pissed you off, make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Click it.
We out of here.
Click it.
Peace.